Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? This is Charles here. Charles here from Dreamerspro. I want to welcome you guys again to the platform. I know I caught you guys off guard again. A lot of you guys, when I come online, I know a lot of you guys don't expect this. But I got some breaking news. I got some breaking news that I want to get into today with the Demarcus Cousins and the Clippers. So we're going to wait a little bit to allow people to come into the chat. So if you're here, just make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button so we get the notifications out. We got some pretty breaking news here. I just got the notification on ESPN about this news. What's up? What's up? What's up, Sanity? Welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button so we get the notifications out. We got some pretty big news about Demarcus Cousins that I want to get into. So I'm going to allow some people to get in here. I know we never plan these things, but it's good just to catch you guys, on surprise. So let's I'm gonna wait for you guys to get in. And we got some pretty big news that I'm actually excited about. So make sure you hit the like button. What's up, everybody? Charlie, what's up, man? Good to see you. The Realist, yes, good to see you, man. Dwayne Jackson, welcome. What's up? Sal, thank you. What's good? Armani, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Tamir, how you doing? How you doing? Tori, what's good? Tori, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's give it about 30 more seconds before we get into the topic here so everybody can catch up to it. Okay, The Realist, welcome, King. Good to see you. Okay, yeah, so we got some pretty big news. Let's give it 20 more seconds. Legend Jackson was good. Yeah, I think it's a good pickup. Let me get to it. Don't worry. We're going to get into it. Good to see you. Opeth, welcome. Jan, was good. Prince, welcome. King Emmanuel, thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay, so let's get into this news here. So first of all, I want to welcome you guys to Dreamerspro. For some of you guys, it's the first time you're seeing this channel. Welcome you guys to Dreamerspro. So basically, we got some content coming out on the channel, so stay tuned for that today. But this news just dropped a few seconds ago. Make sure you hit the like button. What's up, everybody? Don't worry. If you have any questions, I'm going to get to all of your questions at the end of this live. So just keep your questions there, and we'll get to it. I'm going to answer all your questions as much as I can. So I was looking at my phone, and ESPN sent me the notification about 15 minutes ago that the Clippers are looking to acquire Demarcus Cousins. Now, first of all, I think this is some very big news, and I think it's an important news. So let me read you guys what I got from ESPN.com. This was being reported by Woj. So whenever Woj reports something, you know that it has some legs to it. So free agent center Demarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Clippers have been discussing a 10-day contract. There's no decision yet, but it looks like it's something that they want to do. Now, Demarcus Cousins is a bit of an older player, but this is something that the Clippers are looking to do. This is a move that they're looking to make. Now, first of all, let me just say this. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Don't worry, I'm going to answer your questions in towards the end of the video. Just make sure you hit the like so we get the notifications out. So first of all, I think this is a very big piece of news, right? Given the fact that the Clippers have already been going through a lot of injuries, as we know. Right, a lot of their key players have been out. Serge Ibaka, I think, has missed the last 7 games or so. Patrick Beverley has been out. Last night, you saw them. They played against the Orlando Magic. Once again, they were shorthanded. They were without Paul George, without Patrick Beverley, without Marcus Morris Sr., without Serge Ibaka, without Rajon Rondo. So the Clippers have been playing a little bit shorthanded. Right now, let me just say this. One of the things I think the Clippers needed to address is to get another big player. Let's just be honest. Last night, Zubac was the only big guy that they had on the court. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit the like button so we get the notifications out. So the Clippers are kind of shorthanded when it comes to big players, right? That's an issue that they were having. So I'm actually pretty excited for the Clippers to be going out there to possibly sign Demarcus Cousins, because I think he would be a really good pickup. Now, Demarcus Cousins, guys, this guy's accomplished quite a lot in his career. Okay, like, he was a baller. He was a 4-time All-Star. He's been on multiple All-NBA teams, and he has some years in the NBA, man. Like, one year he was averaging 22 points per game, getting you 11 rebounds. Another year he averaged 24, got you 12 rebounds. Another year he averaged 27 and 11 rebounds. He shoots a pretty good percentage from the floor. Shoots between 47-48% from the floor. And he's also been improving his three-point shot last year or this year for the Houston Rockets. Although he only played 20 games, he was shooting 33.6% from the three, right? So Demarcus Cousins is a player. The only problem that Demarcus Cousins has had is injuries. Injuries have been the main issue. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Let's hit the like button so we get the notifications out. I'm sure some people are catching up to this live here. So injuries have been the major problem with this guy. It's not like a Sif. When Demarcus Cousins was healthy, he was a scrub. He was a very, very, very good player. I mean, let's just be honest about it. At one point, people were trying to understand, Is this guy the best center in the NBA? Y'all remember when Demarcus Cousins was playing with Anthony Davis with the New Orleans Pelicans? You guys remember that? Like, he was a hell of a player. It's just that injuries, man. This guy just recently had a torn ACL, and it's just kind of messed up his career. Now, given the fact that the Clippers were able to acquire Rajon Rondo, who has not played a game yet. He's missed the last 2 games for the Clippers. He has not even played 1 game yet for the Clippers. So you can already tell the Clippers are having some issues as far as having healthy players. I still think the Clippers needed 1 additional big. Some people talked about getting Hassan Whiteside. That was another free agent, kind of in the free agent in the buyout market. That was another guy that some people, the Clippers, wanted them to go after. But I think if you can get Demarcus Cousins, and get him for what? A 10-day contract just to test him out, see if he's healthy, see if he can play. All he needs to be is just an insurance policy, right? Because Serge, I don't know what's happening with Serge. That's number 1. Number 2, given the fact that the Clippers are going to be facing the Denver Nuggets, don't forget this, the Clippers are going to be facing the Denver Nuggets on Thursday, right? And the Denver Nuggets still have Nikola Jokic, and the Denver Nuggets got better. The Clippers got better. Yes, they were able to solve their point guard and their leadership issue with Rajon Rondo, but they still need another big. And this is why I think the Clippers need another big. What happens in the playoffs if Serge Ibaka gets into quick foul trouble and then you bring Ivica Zubac in? Then what happens? Or what happens if Serge Ibaka's back, because Serge has been out because of some back issues. What if his back flares up again in the playoffs, and now all you have is Ivica Zubac to rely upon? That's a dangerous recipe. Remember, the Lakers just added Andre Drummond. It's not like as if the Lakers got worse. The Lakers got better, and they're going to most likely have Anthony Davis back. They're going to have Marcus Gasol. So the Lakers have a lot of size. They're already a pretty big team. Anthony Davis is 6'10". LeBron James is 6'9". The Lakers have a lot of size to them. I don't think the Clippers should make the mistake of going into the playoffs just relying on Serge Ibaka for him being healthy, and then you go in there and something crazy happens. One of your guys gets injured, and you have no other options. Right? Last night, if not even last night, the last 2 games with Serge Ibaka being out, the Clippers don't have a backup center. When he goes out of the game, they don't have a big body anyway. Who's the guy that they have playing center? Sometimes Marcus Morris Sr.? That's not an option. And if you play bigger teams that have bigger bodies, like the Denver Nuggets, who have Nikola Jokic, who in my opinion is either the best big man in the NBA or he's neck and neck with Joel Embiid, they're going to have some problems. So for me, I think this is a very, 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 very important trade. Guys, make sure you hit that. Make sure you hit you hit the notification button. And it's something funny because we were talking about this just the other day on Dreamerspro Max, asking the question, do the Clippers need to pick up another big? For those of you guys who don't know, Dreamerspro Max is our online sports community that we created. It's a place you start basketball discussions, consume original content that you don't get on the channel. If you guys want to check that out, be a part of that discussion, make sure you check that out. We're going to have that linked in the description below for you guys to check that out. But it was one of the questions that one of the members on the platform were asking. Do you think the Clippers need to go out there and get another player? And in my opinion, I think if they're able to get DeMarcus Cousins, this is going to be a very, very, very good move. They just can't stand pat. Yes, they got Rajon Rondo, right? So they have an insurance policy behind Patrick Beverley, who has not played, I think, for probably the last 10 games, it seems like. If they get DeMarcus Cousins on just a 10-day contract, what do they have to lose? If y'all remember last season, they had Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah was an insurance policy. Now, they didn't play him. Doc Rivers didn't give him any minutes. I don't know why he even picked him up if he wasn't going to give him any minutes in the first place, but he was an insurance policy. And this year, I think if they get him, he can only help. They're not going to lose anything by adding him to the team. Now, let me see what some of you guys are saying. Yeah, some of you guys think it's a good move. Some people say it's the only option. Yeah, there are other players out there. They have Hassan Whiteside. I don't think that they're going to be able to get Hassan Whiteside. I don't think he's someone that the Clippers have on their radar right now. But if they get DeMarcus Cousins, if what Adrian Wojnarowski is saying is true, I definitely think this would be a major pickup for the team. Not like it's going to change their life, but they definitely need that third string big because Serge Ibaka, I don't know what's wrong with Serge. I don't know what's happening with Serge Ibaka. Later on the channel today, I want you guys to stay tuned. We're going to be talking about injuries and asking the question, are injuries holding this team back? Like, because when the Clippers are about to peak, all of a sudden their players get injured. Last night they lost again. They had no reason losing that game. Yes, obviously guys were tired, but when you're missing 5 key players, what do you expect to happen? Like, you're going to lose, right? You see, they just couldn't make shots. A lot of their shots were short. Guys were tired. You're coming off to a back-to-back, and then you remove one additional player, Marcus Morris Sr. What do you expect that was going to happen? Obviously, they were going to lose. So let me get back to some of your questions. You would rather have Whiteside, but I mean, obviously Whiteside is a younger player. He's also a shot blocker. He's also a very big body. But I would definitely, yes. I mean, he's a good player, but I'm not complaining with DeMarcus Cousins, just as long as we know the Clippers are bringing him in as an insurance policy. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. It's an insurance policy. It's not like as if they're bringing him in there to be the starting center. Now with Serge Ibaka out, he's probably going to get some minutes. Probably now they're practicing him, seeing what he got. So hopefully, I think they're also doing that so they don't have to rush back Serge Ibaka, because you don't want to rush back Serge Ibaka and all of a sudden he starts playing like crap. Hassan is soft. Boogie is Boogie's a tough dude, right? I like Boogie. Boogie is the type of guy that gets in people's faces. However, I'll just say one thing about DeMarcus Cousins. Boogie sometimes gets a little bit too emotional. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button so we get the notifications out. Boogie sometimes gets a little bit too emotional, right? Sometimes he can get himself technical fouls. I think that's something that they're going to have to monitor if, in fact, he's going to be a rotation piece. Assuming he's a rotation piece, that's something you need to monitor. You can't be getting technical fouls in the playoffs. And last year, I think at one point, the Golden State Warriors, you have Draymond Green, who's very, very temperamental. Then you have DeMarcus Cousins on the same team. Both of these guys are very temperamental. You put both of these guys on the same team, it could be a recipe for disaster, both of these guys. So that's something that Tyronn Lue and these guys are going to have to keep. And Zubac needs some help. Zubac needs some help, man. Zubac, as great as he is, he's still a young guy, but you can't be playing your center, 7-footer, 35, 40 minutes on back-to-back nights and expect him to be. Yesterday he played well, but I don't think you should be relying too much on him. What are the questions? Cousins is a good player. He can play, but he's out. He's a good 3-point. Yes, and DeMarcus Cousins stretches the floor. Exactly. He stretches the floor. He's a big that stretches the floor. He doesn't clog up the paint, which also gives the Clippers another look, which is quite interesting because Ivica Zubac does not stretch the defense. He doesn't provide a lot of spacing, but DeMarcus Cousins does. If you're playing him limited minutes, assuming Serge is still out, you're playing him 15 to 20 minutes a night, maybe 15 minutes a night. I think he can definitely replace. He can be a good backup to Ivica Zubac. What else? What other question? Charles Zubac has been doing really good, but when they take him out, it's not that when they take him out they fall apart. They don't have another center. That's the whole problem. It's not like when they take him out. Is that when they take him out, there's nobody left. This is the problem. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Okay. Yes, and DeMarcus Cousins has a handle. Yes, he does. He can also handle the ball. No, DeMarcus Cousins is very skilled. The only issue with DeMarcus Cousins has been his health. I don't think the Clippers lose anything with this acquisition. Okay, let me answer a few more questions. Okay, LeBron is recruiting Stephen Curry. I don't know if that's true. If LeBron is recruiting Stephen Curry, I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's possible. I don't know how they're going to fit Stephen Curry under the cap, so I'm not sure how that's going to happen. If they do, I mean, then I don't know how they're gonna do that. Yes, and Luke Kennard has been a plus. Yes, Luke Kennard has been a plus. Luke Kennard. First of all, let me just say this quickly. Now that we're on the live, all of us are here live, so we can talk about it. Listen, Luke Kennard has really, really picked it up. He's really picked it up since the last time we saw. This guy was playing. He was playing so poorly to the point where he fell out of the rotation because he was being so indecisive with the ball. He was not being aggressive to the point now, especially after that Atlanta Hawks game. This guy's earned himself some good minutes. And listen, I think Luke Kennard is a better player for the Clippers than Landry Shamet, because every time I looked at Landry Shamet, every time I looked at him, he looked like he was always missing. And plus, Luke Kennard can handle the ball and he can score off the dribble, which is something I didn't see Landry Shamet do last year. Okay, any other questions? Hey, what's up, Z World? Welcome. So who's dropping out of the rotation? Well, first of all, the rotation is completely messed up right now because they have about 5 players out. So it depends. Are you talking if everybody comes back? Who goes out of the rotation? I think DeMarcus Cousins becomes the backup center. You don't need to play him. He's just there to be an insurance policy. Given the fact that Serge has been out, you need another big. And I think that's the reason why the Clippers are shopping for DeMarcus Cousins. I think if they had Serge Ibaka, I don't think this would have been an issue. Okay, what else? What about Cousins' defense, though? Don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't seen DeMarcus Cousins play in a very long time, so I'm not really sure what he's going to bring on the court. I haven't been paying attention. What do you think about? Yeah, okay. What else? I always liked the Lou trade, but now that I'm seeing how well they're playing, listen. In the absence of Lou Williams, Terrence Mann has really stepped up. Let's give Terrence Mann some credit. Lou Williams is gone. This kid has been averaging like 13 points per game over the last 8 games. They've been giving him more minutes, and he's been really stepping up. And he also plays defense. He rarely makes any turnovers. So every time Terrence Mann comes in the game, I think something good happens. Make sure you keep hitting that like button, guys. Let me just answer some more of your questions before we go here. I don't want to take too long. Charles, you should watch Justin Russo. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. Who else? I think Cousins is a better matchup with Jokic. I think Cousins is just another big body. I think he's probably a heavier player than Ivica Zubac. But Nikola Jokic is a nightmare matchup for anybody. This dude is averaging like 29 points a game or 27 points a game and 8.5 assists as a center. He is a problem. This dude is a problem. He dominates the game in a different way. He's not dominating you from a physicality standpoint like a Joel Embiid is dominating teams. This guy is dominating you with his passing, his savviness, his skills, his playmaking. Like, he's a completely different animal. And if the Clippers face that team, I think the Denver Nuggets are built for the playoffs. And if they happen to face the Denver Nuggets, you better make sure that you have at least another big body. Because if Serge goes out, if Serge pulls something in his back or something like that happens, you're going to be in serious jeopardy. And I don't think the Clippers want to find themselves in that situation. Keep hitting the like button, guys. Let me answer a few more questions. Yeah, the Knicks have been doing well, but listen, James Dolan, I don't know what's up with this guy. Like, this guy, whenever the Knicks seem to be doing well, he always seems to find a way to mess it up. Yeah, Boogie plays bully ball. Yes, Boogie plays bully ball. I just hope that he understands that he's not joining the Clippers to be like, this ain't MMA. You don't need to be out there boxing with dudes. This is just basketball. And sometimes he gets a little bit too emotional. He starts scrapping with dudes and getting into scuffles I don't think is necessary. Okay, Terrence Mann, let me answer 1 or 2 more questions. Aaron Gordon can't guard Kawhi. No, nobody can guard Kawhi Leonard. A lot of these great offensive players, when they get going, it's very hard to stop them. Look at Luka Doncic. If LeBron James is hitting his jump shot, he's unguardable. If LeBron James is hitting his jump shot, like you saw him play when they were playing against the Toronto Raptors, when he was with the Cleveland, you can't stop that dude. So there's some players in the NBA, once they get going, there's nothing you can do. There's no defense for them. There's nothing absolutely you can do. Clippers, Lakers, who you got in the best of 7? And if the Clippers were to meet the Lakers in the best of 7, this would actually be a great question. We'll probably post that on the platform later on. If the Clippers were to play the Lakers in the game, if you're saying that the Lakers are 100% healthy and the Clippers are 100% healthy, I would definitely go with the Clippers, right? I think the Clippers would be able to get them in 6 or 7 games, right? 6 or 7 games. But the Lakers, it's not like as if the Lakers cannot beat the Clippers. They can do it, right? But the Clippers are going to have to be on their A game because the Lakers know that the Clippers are going to be coming for them, and the Lakers are going to be playing at a high level. I was listening today to First Things First, and Antoine Walker said something pretty interesting, which was he said that he believes that Kawhi Leonard loves to compete against LeBron James. So I think for sure it'll be one of the best matchups we're going to see in the NBA probably in the last few years, given the fact of just how much drama there's going to be between these two teams. But I definitely would pick the Clippers. But listen, the Lakers are no slouch. The Lakers are a very good team. Okay. And one, let me take 1 or 2 more questions. Boogie, okay, I answered that. Lakers need refs. I'm not getting into that. Y'all are not getting me started with that. I'm not trying to have these people come for me. Okay. So yeah. So listen, this is what the news is. We have to wait and see over the next few days to see if the Clippers end up actually signing him. Adrian Wojnarowski saying that they're going to finalize this deal next week. I think it's going to happen because the Clippers need to pick up a big. If it's not going to be DeMarcus Cousins, they need to pick up somebody else. If not for anything, Serge Ibaka has not been playing. I don't know what Serge is doing. I love Serge. They say his back is hurting. I saw him doing photo shoots. He was hitting some poses. I don't know how I'll be able to hit these poses when I have back spasms, but Serge is my man, but I don't know what's going on with Serge. But if Serge doesn't come back, they definitely need to get somebody else. Okay, anything else? No. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, guys, so that's the news. If you guys have any more questions, be sure to hit us up on our channel. If you also have some topics that we want to get into that we didn't get into, make sure you check out Dreamerspro. We have that link, Dreamerspro Max. We're going to have that link in the description below. Get 7 days of access. I'm sure you guys are going to definitely enjoy that. If you have more questions, I think I've answered everybody's question. Shannon, what love the clown, the lipper? Yeah, that's Shannon Sharp. Great content. Okay, guys. appreciate that. Thank you guys for your attention. I really appreciate that. Have a great day and stay on the lookout for more content. Really appreciate that. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you so much. And Marco says what's up too. Thank you guys a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Peace.